Assalamu alaikum students and a very good morning to you all. Am I audible to you all? Please reply me in the chat box. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your timely response, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, all. Walaikum assalam. Okay, Aisha, that's great. Okay, beta, can you see the shared screen? I have shared the screen. Okay, let's start today's lecture. Okay, everybody. All right, now concentrate here on the lecture. So beta, we are going to revise two topics today, indefinite tense and continuous tense. Okay, so basically it is a reinforcement lecture. Let's start with indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense. When do we use present indefinite tense? It is used to talk about an action which happens on regular basis or is a general truth. Means when you have to talk about the action that takes place on the regular basis or is a general truth, we use present indefinite tense. And the structure of present indefinite tense is subject, V1 and object. Okay. And remember that we add s, es or ies with V1 means first form of verb when the subject is third person means he, she, it or any singular noun. If we have he, she, it or any singular noun in the subject, we add s, es or ies with the verb. For interrogative, we have do and does. So here's the structure. Do or does plus subject plus V1 and object. Now you should remember when you have to use do or does. When we have I, we, you, they or plural in the subject, we use do. Okay. And when we have he, she, it or any singular noun in the subject, we use does. Okay. Does plus subject plus V1 and object. It means we have two helping verbs in the present indefinite tense to make the interrogative. And they are do and does. Okay. Same goes with the negative structure. We have subject plus do or does not plus V1 and object. Again, when we have I, we, you, they plural in the subject, we use do not. And when we have he, she, it or any singular noun in the subject, we use does not. Okay, like he does not go to school. So the structure is subject plus do not or does not plus V1 plus object for the present indefinite tense. Varisha, please check your volume, beta. Can you hear me now? Is everybody hearing me? Am I audible to you all? Okay, Aisha, thank you. Varisha, there's something wrong with you, beta. Everybody is hearing me clearly. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for your timely response. So here's the structure for negative of present indefinite tense. Okay, let's see some examples. Affirmative. Affirmative means simple sentence or the positive sentence. Children make noise. This is present indefinite. Subject, V1 and object, right? What will be the negative? Children do not. Since we have plural in the subject, we use do not. Okay. Children do not make noise. And interrogative is, do children make noise? Remember, in interrogative, the helping word comes in the beginning. Okay, this is the simplest way to remember how to make the interrogative of a sentence. And for negative, remember we always add not with the helping word. Okay, so interrogative is, do children make noise? And question mark. Don't forget to put question mark in the end of an interrogative sentence. If you have any question, you may ask in the chat box. Okay. Another example, Sarah speaks politely. This is an affirmative sentence, right? It is a simple positive sentence. Sarah speaks politely. Here we have singular in the subject, so we have added s with the V1. Sarah speaks politely. What will be the negative? Sarah does not speak politely. Remember, when we have singular in the subject, we use does not to make it negative, okay? Sarah does not speak politely, and same goes for the interrogative. Does Sarah speak politely? Question mark. So these are the affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences of present indefinite tense. Let's see some translations. I told you the identification of present indefinite tense in Urdu. If we have ta hai, ti hai, te hai in the end of Urdu sentence, it means these are present indefinite tense. Okay. Like मैं सुबह सवेरे उठता हूँ. What is coming in the end? ता हूँ. वो झूठ नहीं बोलती. What is coming in the end? ती. क्या वो बालों में कंघी करती है? What is coming in the end? ती है. So all these are present indefinite tense. Okay. So मैं सुबह सवेरे उठता हूँ. I get up early in the morning. वो झूठ नहीं बोलती. She does not tell a lie. क्या वो बालों में कंघी करती है? Question mark. It means it is an interrogative sentence. So what will be the translation of this? Does she comb her hair? So in present indefinite tense, you have to be very careful about the helping verb, okay? Because you have to choose according to the subject. Now past indefinite tense. Past indefinite tense, when do we use past indefinite tense? It is used to talk about an action that happened in the past or is over now. Okay, means when we have to talk about an action, we use that happened in the past, means that is over. We use past indefinite tense. Okay, and what is the structure for past indefinite tense? We have subject, V2 and object. Again, we have no helping verb in past indefinite tense, just like present indefinite tense. But we use V2, okay, second form of verb in past indefinite tense. And for interrogative, we have did, okay, we use did with all the subjects. Did plus subject plus V1 and object. Remember, when we have did in the sentence, we change V2 into V1, okay. Same goes with the negative. Subject plus did not plus V1 and object. Since here we are using did not, we have changed V2 into V1. Here are some examples. Affirmative means simple positive sentence. She bought a pen. She is subject, bought is V2 and a pen is an object. She bought a pen. Negative will be, she did not buy a pen. See, I have changed bought into buy because of did not. Okay, I have used did here. That's why V2 is changed into V1. She did not buy a pen. Interrogative is, did she buy a pen? Question mark. See some translations of the past indefinite tense. The Urdu identification of past indefinite tense is ya, ye or ye. Okay, means it may end on alif or ye alif ya, ye or badiye. Okay. उस्ताद ने सबक अच्छी तरह पढ़ाया. What is coming in the end? Ya. The teacher taught the lesson well. The teacher is the subject. taught is V2 of teach and the lesson well is object. लोगों ने चोर पकड़ा. People caught the thief. उन्होंने हमारी मदद ना की. This is the negative sentence. They did not help us. I have used help here, means we won here because of did. Okay, they did not help us. Let's see future indefinite tense now. When do we use future indefinite tense? It is used to talk about an action that will take place at some point in future. Means when we have to talk about the action that is going to happen in future, we use future indefinite tense. Okay? And here's the structure for the simple or affirmative sentence of future indefinite tense. Subject plus will plus V1 and object. Here we have will as a helping verb, okay? And will is used with all the subject. For negative, for interrogative, we have will plus subject plus V1 plus object. Everything remains same, just the helping verb comes in the beginning in interrogative sentence, okay? And in negative, we just add not with the helping verb. Subject plus will not plus V1 in object. So let's see an example. Affirmative, she will teach us a lesson. What will be the negative of this sentence? We will just add not to make it negative. And where will we add not? With the helping verb, okay? She will not teach us a lesson. An interrogative will be, will she teach us a lesson? I've just begun the sentence with the helping verb that is will, okay? Will she teach us a lesson? Now see some translations of future indefinite tense. The Urdu identification of future indefinite tense is ga, gi, ge. Okay, if the Urdu sentence end on ga, gi, and ge, it means it is future indefinite tense. For instance, वो कल रात कराची जाएगा. Ga is coming in the end. हम क्लास से बाहर नहीं निकलेंगे. क्या तुम चोर को पकड़ोगे? हम क्लास से बाहर नहीं निकलेंगे is a negative of future indefinite tense. Okay, they will not go outside the class. वो कल रात कराची जाएगा. He will go to Karachi tomorrow. क्या तुम चोर को पकड़ोगे? Will you catch the thief? This is the interrogative sentence of future indefinite tense. So we have discussed the indefinite tense means present, past and future indefinite. If you have any question regarding the indefinite tense, you may ask in the chat box. Now we are going towards continuous tense, okay? You may ask your question. Okay, so let's start with the present continuous tense. Uh, we have already done present. Who's asking something? Okay, Varisha, that's great. Okay, look at present continuous tense. Present continuous tense is a tense we talk about the action which is incomplete or still going on. Okay, means in this tense we talk about the action which is going on right now, okay, which is incomplete. For example, I'm speaking, I'm still speaking, right? So the structure of present continuous tense is subject plus helping verb plus V1 with ing and object. Remember that we always use V1 with ing when there is a continuous tense, okay? So helping verbs are is, am and are. Is used with he, she, it or singular. Am is used with I, and R is used with you, we, they, or plural. Okay. Now for interrogative, okay, Aisha. Oh, sorry, Aiza, is it clear? Aiza, can you hear me? Okay. Beta, please check the volume of your gadgets. Yes. Okay, okay. So here is the structure for interrogative sentence of present continuous tense. Okay. Again, we will begin with the helping verb because it is interrogative sentence. Helping verb plus subject plus V1 with ing and plus object. And for negative, what will we do? We will just add not with the helping verb. Subject plus helping verb plus not, then V1 with ing and object. Okay. And what are the helping verbs? Is, am, and are. See some examples. We are going for picnic. This is an affirmative sentence. What will be the negative? We will just add not with the helping verb. And what is the helping verb here? Are. So we are not going for picnic. Interrogative. For interrogative, we will just, beta, please don't annotate on the screen. Clear it? Okay. So for interrogative, we just begin our sentence with the helping verb. Are we going for picnic? Next, Ali is eating mango. Ali is eating mango. Negative is Ali is not eating mango, and interrogative is Ali eating mango? So I may give you interrogative sentence and will ask you to change into affirmative. If I say is Ali eating mango, so you will have to make it the affirmative. Okay, like Ali is eating mango. Similarly, I may give you the negative sentence and may ask you to change into affirmative, like we are not going for picnic. Then you will have to answer that we are going for picnic. Okay, so you have to do the practice of these conversions. See some translations of present continuous tense. The Urdu identification of present continuous tense is raha hai, rahi hai, rahe hain. Okay, when you see raha hai, rahi hai, rahe hain in the end of present Urdu sentence, remember these are present continuous tense. Okay, मैं अपनी घड़ी तलाश कर रहा हूँ. I am looking for my watch. तुम एक नई किताब छाप रहे हो, हम एक नई किताब छाप रहे हैं. We are printing a new book. बूंदाबांदी हो रही है. It is drizzling. Now, can you make the negative of the third one? It is drizzling. Yes, reply me in the chat box. It is drizzling. What will be the negative of this sentence? Anyone? Yes, Iman, very nice. It is not drizzling. Very good, Alina. And what will be the interrogative of this sentence? It is drizzling. Make the interrogative of this sentence. Good. Is it drizzling? Excellent. Aiza, Miram, Abdul, Varisha, Miram, Makar, on. Correct answer, beta. Is it drizzling? Is the interrogative. Yes, Ahibal, you want to ask something? Uh, Beta Hibal, when you will come on the next day, means when will you come? I think you are in group B. So you will come on Wednesday. So bring your photographs on Wednesday, okay? Yes, you said your answer is correct. मैं अपनी घड़ी तलाश कर रहा हूँ. I am looking for my watch. So what will be the interrogative of this sentence? I am looking for my watch. All you have to do is to begin this sentence with the helping verb to make it interrogative. Okay. I am looking for my watch. What will be the interrogative of this sentence? Am I looking for my watch? Excellent, Varisha. Very nice, Anina. Good, Suhema. So, good. Let's see past continuous tense now. When do we use past continuous tense? We use this tense to describe the actions that began in the past and often continued for a short period of time after the action started. Means it started in the past and it didn't stop. Okay, it was continued. Structure is subject plus helping verb plus V1 with ing and object. And here we have two helping verbs, was and were. Okay, was and were are the helping verb for past continuous tense. The structure is exactly same. The only change is in the helping verb. Okay, in present continuous tense we have is mr as a helping verb, and in past continuous tense we have was and were. Was and were. The use of was and were. When you will use was, if you have he, she, it, I, or singular in the subject, you will use was. Okay? You say, I was singing a song, she was singing a song, Ali was singing a song. Similarly, when you have you, we, they, plural in the subject, you use were as your helping verb. You were writing a letter, we were writing a letter, Ali and Raza were writing a letter. Okay? So here's the structure for interrogative sentence of past continuous tense. Helping verb plus subject plus V1 with ing plus object. Okay. So helping verb will come in the beginning because it is an interrogative sentence. And for negative, we will just add not with the helping verb, subject plus helping verb plus not plus V1 with ing plus object. See some examples here. We were going for picnic. What will be the negative? We were not going for picnic. I have just added not with the helping verb. And what will be the interrogative? Interrogative will start with the helping verb. So simply it will be, were we going for picnic? Another sentence. It is a negative sentence. Ali was not eating mango. Now we have to change this sentence into affirmative and interrogative. For affirmative, we will just remove not. Okay. Ali was eating mango. And for interrogative, we will just write the helping verb in the beginning. Was Ali eating mango? So these are some examples of affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentence of the past continuous tense. Let's see some translations. The Urdu identification of past continuous tense is raha tha, rahe the, rahi thi. Okay? Whenever you see raha tha, rahi the, rahi thi, rahi the in the end of Urdu sentence, remember it is past continuous tense. Raha hai, rahi hai is for present continuous, and raha tha, rahi thi, rahi the is for past continuous. Okay? वो तेज दौड़ रहा था. He was running fast. हम गहरी नींद सो रहे थे. We were sleeping soundly. क्या कुत्ता रात को भौंक रहा था. The dog was barking at night. If I ask you to make the negative of the last one, the dog was barking at night, what will be the negative? What will be the negative of the last one? The dog was barking at night. Make the negative and interrogative both. I'm waiting for your answer. was not barking at night. Very good. Was the dog barking at night? Excellent, Alina. Good. Hadika, Yusera, very nice. Varisha, very good. Aisha, Ijaz, good. So you are giving me the correct answer. Similarly, it goes for sentence 1. He was running fast. What will be the interrogative and negative of this sentence? He was running fast. First make the negative and then make the interrogative of this sentence. He was not running fast. Very good. Very good on. Aisha, Iman, so quick. Excellent. And now tell me the negative interrogative. Was he running fast? Good. Good, Yusera, Alina, on. Hania, Rahim, good. Hibal, very nice. Excellent. Very good. So you are giving me correct answer. It means you are getting the point. Good, Aisha, very nice. So let's see the future continuous tense now. Future continuous tense indicates that something will occur in the future and will continue for an unexpected length of time. Means if we have to discuss, if we have to indicate an action that is about to happen in the future and we know that it is going to be continued for an expected length of time, we use future continuous tense. Okay, and the structure for future continuous tense is subject plus will be plus v1 with ing plus object. Again we have the same structure. So we have subject plus helping verb plus v1 with ing plus object. I told you that we use v1 with ing in all the continuous tenses, means in present, past, future. In all the continuous tense we use v1 with ing. Okay, so here we have only one helping verb, that is will be, subject plus will be plus v1 plus object. Okay, what will be the interrogative? It is a bit tricky that you don't move will be in the beginning, you just move will in the beginning. Okay, so will plus subject plus be plus v1 with ing plus object. Okay, and the negative will be subject plus will not be, not comes in between will be. Okay, subject plus will not be plus v1 with ing plus object. Yes, Aisha, you want to give some example? For examples, future continuous tense, Aisha will be learning English, right? Yes, Aisha, you are giving me the correct example. Very good. So this is the structure for negative sentence of future continuous tense. Okay, let's see an example. We will be going for picnic. We will be going for picnic is an affirmative sentence, right? We is subject, will be is helping verb, going is v1 with ing, and for picnic is an object. Now, to make it negative, we will just add not in between will be. Okay, we will not be going for picnic, and interrogative will be, will we be going for picnic? Just will come in the beginning. Okay, will we be going for picnic? Don't forget to put be. Okay, will we be going for picnic? Question mark. On, you are giving an example. Which tense is this on? Miss Maruk was teaching the student. Miss Maruk was not teaching the student. Yes. Which tense is this? On, tell me the tense of the sentence that you gave me an example. Yes, it is negative and positive, but which tense? I'm asking, is it present continuous tense or past continuous tense? Alina, you want to give an example? Let me check it, beta. I will be going to cinema. I will not be going to cinema. Will I be going to cinema? Good. Alina, it's correct. Good. Aisha, there's something wrong with your device because everybody is hearing me. I am audible to everyone. There's something wrong with your device. Please check it. Please check the volume of your device. Yes, Alina, it's correct. It's perfect. Yes, yes, on it is past continuous tense. Okay, so you have to identify the sentence, whether it is the tense. When I ask you to identify the tense of a sentence, it means you have to identify the tense, whether it is present continuous tense or past continuous tense. Okay, if I ask you to identify the sentence or the form of sentence, then you will tell me if it is affirmative or interrogative or negative. Okay. So Hema, you are giving an example. I will be playing football. Negative is I will not be playing football, and interrogative is will I be playing football? Good, perfect, very nice. Whether you are giving an example, she's baking the cake. She's not baking the cake. Is she baking the cake? Perfect, very nice. Okay, let's move towards the translations of future continuous tense. See, the Urdu identification for future continuous tense is रहा होगा, रही होगी और रहे होंगे. Okay, means it is indicating the future. रहा होगा, रही होगी, रहे होंगे. मैं दरवाजे को ताला लगा रहा हूँगा. This is future continuous tense. I will be locking the door. हम क्लास से बाहर नहीं निकले होंगे. We will not be leaving the classroom. क्या तुम चोर को पकड़ रहे होगे? Will you be catching the thief? Okay. So these are the translations for future continuous tense. Okay. If you have any question regarding indefinite or continuous tense, you may ask me in the chat box. Then I am going to discuss the home task. Okay, I have already uploaded the assignment, means a practice assignment for today, that you have to do in your English language copy. Make sure you all do this homework because it is just for your practice and it is related to the topic that we have discussed today. Okay. No, beta, Aisha, we are doing revision in our literature copy. I'm asking you to do this work in your language copy. Okay. Yusera, you want to give an example, and here it is. I will be painting the wall. I will not be painting the wall, and will I be painting the wall? Correct. Yes, on. Yes, I uploaded that assignment on. Yes, at 8 o'clock. So please don't forget to do that assignment. It is just for your practice, and you have revised these topics today, so it will be helpful in memorizing these concepts. Okay. Alina, you will get your ID card soon. So you have no question regarding the lecture? Can you see the assignment class? I have shared this assignment on your screen. Okay, very nice. It means you all are getting this. Excellent. I am really enjoying your responses. Can you see the assignment on your screen? See, here is the assignment that I have posted in your Google Classroom. Okay, beta. So this is the assignment that you are going to do in your language copy. Write the index of as do as directed. Okay. So there are some sentences, and you have been given the instructions in the bracket. We have already done this exercise in the class as well, but just for your information, I'm repeating it again. Ali writes a letter. Now you have been given an instruction in the bracket that is present continuous. Okay, so you have to change this sentence in present continuous tense. What will be the present continuous tense? Ali is writing a letter. Okay, so you have to write the answer below this sentence. So do this exercise in your language copy very neatly. Don't forget to write the instructions given in the bracket. You have to copy this assignment as it is. Okay, very nice. Good everyone. Okay, so in the beginning I have given some conversion of the tenses, and in the later sentences I have given the conversion of sentences. Like you have to change the interrogative into negative, some affirmative into uh, negative or interrogative. Okay, so you have to do this exercise very carefully. If the sentence that is given is in present continuous tense and you have to make the negative, you have to like follow the structure of the negative sentence of that tense. Okay, Beta, this assignment is already posted on your Google Classroom. You can go and find that assignment. It was posted at 8 o'clock today. Okay, so that's all for today. We are done now. If you have any question regarding anything, you may ask. If you, uh, okay, okay, if it is all clear, that's great. Okay, students, take care. That's all for today. Allah Hafiz from my side. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Allah Hafiz. Thank you, Suema. So sweet of you.